Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome once more to Watching Chickies. Now here on day 20 of their little chicken lives. And here on Watching Chickies, we are all about watching these little chickens go about their daily lives day by day and just seeing them grow up, learn about the world, and just have a fun little time together. You are seeing 3 different breeds of chicken here, and all of our chickens are our friends and members of our family and are not meant for eating, but hopefully in the future they'll be donating a few eggs. And our gray little poof ball right here is our silkie, and our silkie's name is Stormy, and we suspect that she is going to be a hen. Now right next to her, the striped one, is our onagadori, named Kagome, and Kagome is an endangered Japanese breed of chicken that we believe will grow up to be a hen. And right here is our rambunctious little ayam cemeni, named Braveheart. And we suspect that our little Braveheart is developing into quite the handsome young rooster. And all of you guys are now 20 days old. It's hard to imagine that it's only been 20 days, but you have all grown so much. And every single day of your lives, we have streamed an episode here on Reddit. So for those of you who are interested in seeing what these little chicks look like just a few days ago, you can see on my account through some of our archived streams, or you could visit our YouTube channel at Watching Chickies. There's a link in my account, and we have been uploading every single stream. Oh, such happy little peeps coming from these guys. They're just having an awesome little day today. And I cleaned your water just an hour ago, and already they have kicked so much sand in it. But that's alright. It just drifts to the bottom because it's nice and clean. Oh, all you guys are just going around. You see, I cleaned their sand just a little while ago, and what they've done is kicked some of their food out of their feeder, and they're just kind of munching on the little bits of food, strewn them out amongst the sand. And for them, that's a little fun activity, and it's kind of what they would be doing once they are fully grown. Just kind of pecking and looking for food amongst the lawn. And Weirdest Man, hello again. Glad to have you join the stream. Oh my, Kagome, you're always scratching at stuff. Oh, thank you, Mermaid Lee. I do quite enjoy narrating these episodes. And on our YouTube channel, I have also done my first little bit of narration work, narrating the first tale from a book called Japanese Fairy Tales, which was published in 1908. So for those of you who are interested in just listening to some nice stories about Japanese folklore, I've just started that series, which I'm going to be updating every Wednesday. Oh, thank you, February Monster. Yes, my voice did recover from yesterday. We had streamed for almost 3 hours yesterday, and that was pushing my voice a little bit to its limits, but fortunately, I have recovered. Oh yes, Tiki time, their legs have grown quite a bit. They are really coming into their own. Though I have to admit, out of all of their legs, I am a fan of Stormy's little fuzzy booties that she's grown. Oh, Kagome. Lovely, lovely. love just the little happy peeps of our little peep squad. Oh, I love seeing you guys forage like this. This is going to be great for when you're out on the lawn, just eating those little buggies. And here, we live in the nutmeg state of Connecticut, so there's always a danger for people in this area of ticks. And chickens are actually really lovely in that regard because they can eat a lot of these dangerous ticks and really kind of help out people. And yes, Braveheart, February Monster has noted that your tail is getting so big. And it is, it's like a little broom there. You are going to be quite the distinguished rooster. Oh, and Kagome, are you going to fly up onto my hand again? There was a little flap there. Ooh, you're digging so far there, Braveheart. Well, a little bit later on in the stream, I'm going to be trying to give you guys a new treat for today, and we'll see how you like that. I know you're all a fan of yogurt so far, but we gave you yogurt yesterday, and that's just a sometimes treat. Can't go giving that to you guys every single day. Ooh, all this scratching. Yeah, Kagome? Find anything? Are you digging to China? Oh my. I am so happy that I gave you guys all of this sand. Oh my. A little peck and a little sneeze from Kagome. So much activity. So much scritching. Oh, Kagome. You are just a whirlwind of activity. But I love how happy all of these little chickies are. Ooh, and a little scratch from Braveheart. Now you might notice that these chicks are preening quite a bit, and they do have little itches that are going on. And that's really natural in this stage of their development, because all of them have these new adult feathers that are coming in. And that can make these little chickies just all so itchy. I mean, we could really understand if we had all these big feathers coming in all around our bodies, that would probably make you itchy as well. And even our little Stormy here, whose feathers are a bit different, but still special, are coming in, but they are still so soft. You are always so soft, Stormy. Because Stormy is our little special silkie. And thank you, Luna17134. I do think all our little chickens here are quite adorable. Even as they grow up, they have their own special charm. And I just adore how well they get along with each other. 3 different breeds of chicken, yet to each other, they are all just part of one happy family. Happy little peeps, right, Braveheart? Oh my. Yes? Oh dear. Find anything special there, Stormy? You see, right now, they're doing most of their foraging here out on the sand because, you know, they did get a little bit annoyed with Dad, because whenever I do clean up down here, I always make sure to shake their little feeder here to even out all of these little sections. And they like trying to empty out the sections and then eating from it. And it's kind of a little game that they do. And yes, Bamboozle Bird, they do grow so fast. And in fact, we will be doing another weigh-in later on in the stream, which should be a little bit of fun. Yesterday, Braveheart hit the big 100 for grams. And maybe Kagome will hit 100 grams today as well. Because yesterday she was 96 grams. And it'll probably be quite a while, at least maybe a week, until Stormy is going to hit 100 grams. Because Stormy was only 77 last time. And the Blind Scribe, good to have you back on the stream. Good afternoon. Yes, all of our little chickies are quite active today. They had a good, nice long sleep, and they are just full of vim and vigor. In fact, I'm probably going to let them out on the chair and the blanket in just a little bit. Because, you know, they don't seem to be eating too much right now, and they do have a little bit of energy to burn. And after that, we'll be giving them a special new little treat, and we'll be doing their weigh-in. So that'll be nice. What do you guys think? Oh no, you're all about the pecking and the kicking right now, aren't you? Well, Stormy, I think I'm gonna get you first. I know. Oh, your feet are so wet. Maybe the blanket will help you, Stormy. Here we go. There you go, my little Stormy. Blanket time. Lovely. There we go. Ooh, yes. There you go. More blanket time. Lovely. And my little Braveheart, you never give me a fuss when I pick you up. There you go. Lots of play. And for those of you interested in how the chicks are, when the cameras stop rolling, Kagome actually had a moment last night when I was doing some work on my computer. Kagome, for the first time ever, actually flew up to the lid of the brooder and looked out at me and was like, "Hey Dad, what are you doing?" So Kagome can now officially escape the brooder on her own. Which is a bit of a problem there, Kagome. Ooh! Oh dear! Oh dear, Braveheart. Why did you jump down there? Daddy's got you. Daddy's got you. There you go. That's why you don't fly somewhere you can't see. Those were some forlorn little peeps there. But I had you. Dad's always got you. Don't worry. And Stormy, well, I don't know what you thought about all that flying. Oh my. Kagome, you are a bundle of energy. Just flying about. How far are you gonna go once you hit the outside? I'm really gonna have to keep my eyes on you. Oh yes, Luna 17134. They are. Those wings are so big, and they are starting to use them. I do think at times that Stormy probably gets a little bit envious. I do see Stormy at times try to flap her wings like the others, but she knows she can't get the sort of lift that the other two can. Because the quality of her feathers are just so downy soft, they can't really get the sort of lift the other two can. But that's alright, Stormy. Dad will always be here to lift you up. And just a reminder that these little chickens are members of our family, and they're going to be friends for life. So these chickens are not going to be eaten. Though hopefully in the future they will be donating a few eggs to us. And that'll be a nice little surprise. Yeah. Though we're going to have to make sure, if Braveheart does end up being a rooster, that they're not fertilized. because in the future, our little flock might grow a bit when you guys decide if you're going to be parents or not. Yes. It's hard to imagine because you're just 20 days old, but you know, you might be parents, and I might be a chicken granddad. That's an odd thought. It's only been 20 days since we got you guys. Yeah. Oh my, so much play with you guys. Oh, no worries. So the blind scribe, there are ways to see if an egg is fertilized by bringing it up to a light source, and there are some key differences that you'll be able to see in a fertilized egg versus a unfertilized egg. Ooh, Kagome, those were some nice hops. You hopped over little Stormy as if it was a little game. And you know, for fertilizing the eggs, when you have a hen will produce eggs from about the time that they're 6 months old to till they're old ladies. And then they don't really need a rooster for that. They just produce anywhere from 1 or 2 eggs a week to almost an egg every day. And these eggs won't become a chickie unless there is a rooster involved. So unless you have a rooster with your flock, none of your eggs will ever become a little chickie. There you go. There you go. So these cat fever little chickens are 3 different breeds. Right here in black, we have our ayam cemeni, named Braveheart, which is a breed from Southeast Asia, which is known for their luxurious black feathers and black flesh. Apparently, even their organs are black. Over here in stripes, we have our onagadori, named Kagome. And the onagadori are an endangered Japanese breed of chicken that are well known for their roosters having these luxurious tails that can grow out to be about 20 feet in length. Amazing. And right here, we have our fluffy little Stormy, who is our little silky chick. Ooh, a little silky yawn. And silkies are well known for being some of the friendliest chickens on earth. And they are just covered with this downy-like fuzz that is always so soft to the touch. And they are just softer than a little cotton ball. Yes, you are. Oh my, yes, they are like living pom-poms. And they are all just such good birds. Yes, you are. And all 3 of these breeds are well known, especially if you hand raise them, to be very friendly to humans. Now, pretty much any chicken that you meet could eventually be friendly to people, but this is especially so when you hand raise them and you get them used to touch and cuddles, and then they learn that people are their friends and partners for life. So the workings of roosters and hens are a bit different from other mammals. There's lots of research you can do online, but you know, when they grow up, there are some certain key differences that you could see between them. Roosters can tend to be a little bit bigger than the hens, and they usually have bigger combs on their heads, and they can even end up like walking a bit differently than the hens. They tend to be sort of the protectors of the flock, keeping them safe from any sort of danger. And when you have roosters with your flock, it's usually good to just have one. Because if there are multiple roosters, they could end up fighting when they are older. No, they are very pretty birds. You are. You are. Oh, Stormy. Come here, my little Stormy. Oh, you are such a pretty little bird. You are. So, these special little chickens we got at a farm called Feather Lover Farms in California. And they were overnighted shipped to us on the day that they hatched. And they have been with us ever since for the past 20 days. Now, for those of you interested in getting chickens, I definitely recommend you need to do your research. We did about 6 months of research before getting these little chicks in, and we made sure to get all of their necessary supplies, like all of their heat lamps, a UV light, feeders, this big brooder box, water, and we have their coop ready for the yard. Now, one of your important things to do is that you also need to make sure that you follow your local laws and regulations, because there are some places in the United States that allow backyard chickens, and there are other places that don't. Like a little rule in my area is that people aren't allowed to have more than one rooster. And these are our first birds. What are you doing, Braveheart? Are you trying to jump in? Hold on, I need to help Braveheart. Come here. Ooh, ooh, you did it on your own. Lovely, lovely. You're getting so grown up, going right back in there by yourself. And Luna, we just think we're going to be doing these streams for the foreseeable future. Even when they go outside, when they are 6 weeks old, we're still planning on doing these sort of daily streams. And I think even seeing grown chickens has a value in it. Yes, Kagome, because you guys are growing more beautiful by the day. And I think Kagome is missing Stormy. Oh, there you go. Oh, Stormy, Stormy, come here, come here. There you go. You always try to back up when I pick you up. There you go. All that little cheeping together. Now, out of all of my flock, it is Kagome and Stormy that tend to be the closest bonded. They always tend to make these little cheeps when they're separated, as if they question where the others are going. And for whether we are planning on getting more than 3, for the foreseeable future, we are just going to have these 3 birds. Though in the future, if one of them does end up being a rooster like Braveheart, they might produce a few new baby chicks in the future, which we will also follow. And yes, Weirdest Man, we are also possibly planning in the future that I might take Wednesdays off. Now, that's not going to include this Wednesday, but it might for next Wednesday. And that'll just give me a little bit more time to do the recordings for narration purposes. And yes, even though they're 20 days old, I consider all of these guys to be little babies. Yes, 20 days old. Stormy, tomorrow you guys are gonna be 3 weeks old. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, Kagome? Oh, you are such a gorgeous little chick. I love your inbuilt eyeliner. It makes you look like you are ready for a kabuki play. Our special little onagadori. Ooh, a little chicken sneeze. It is amazing that your breed is endangered. There should be more of you. And yes, all three of these chickens are different breeds. Kagome right here is our onagadori. And behind Kagome is our little Stormy. And Stormy is our little silkie. And down here is our ayam cemeni, Braveheart, who is the bestest boy. Come here, my bestest boy. You are always so good. Play with the others. Play with the others. I know you want to play with Daddy. Oh dear. You see, a lot of the time, our little Braveheart likes to just sit on my shoulder. Ooh! And Kagome wants to come over to us, but Kagome, that's the trash. You don't go into the trash. You're our lovely little chick. You're not a trash bird. You're an onagadori. You are a lovely bird and a member of our family. Oh dear. And Stormy does have a few extra toes, which is a feature of the silkie chicken. Yes, you have glorious little toes. But all of my little chicks are glorious in their own way. Yes, yeah, Braveheart, you want to come onto my shoulder? Come onto Daddy's shoulder. And Braveheart is coming onto my shoulder. Oh, Kagome, you like being right there on the edge of the brooder. Come on. Oh dear, do you want to go back in? I think Kagome might be a little bit hungry. Ooh, watch out. Ooh, and Braveheart. Ooh, ooh, come here. Come to Daddy. Come on, my knee's right there. Oh, lovely. Here. You want Daddy? Here. There we go. There we go. Ooh, you got it. Ooh, you got it. You got it. Lovely wings. And you see Kagome has even more back feathers than she did yesterday. And they look so amazing. You are such a lovely bird. But you know what? So are you, Braveheart. Yes. And I have two little birds on my leg. Oh dear. You guys both wanted some daddy time. The biggest one of our flock should actually be our ayam cemeni, Braveheart, with the onagadori just, Daddy's got you. With our onagadori just a little bit smaller than Braveheart. And our smallest will be our lonely little Stormy there that hasn't managed to jump over to us. So I'm going to offer Stormy. Oh, come on, Stormy. Yeah, Kagome even gave you a trill. Don't be scared. Come over. Come over. Oh, I know. It's hard. But Daddy can't stand up right now because he's got two other little birds on his knee. Oh, dear. Kagome. Are you trying to knock Braveheart off? That's not nice. Let's all get along. I know you get jealous when I hold Braveheart, but Dad's got enough love for both of you. Part of growing up is learning how to share. And I can pet both of you at once, though you're both getting so big. Yeah? Oh dear. It seems that Kagome wants to cuddle. Ooh, and little peeps from Braveheart. Oh, so forlorn. I know we usually have some little daddy time now. Oh, Braveheart, Braveheart, come here. Jump into the floor. You okay? Yeah. Oh, look at that lovely comb that's developing up there on your head. You look like the bravest Klingon warrior ever. You do. Yeah, Dad's got you. Dad's got you. Yeah, there can be a little bit of sibling rivalry with these little chickens at times. Ooh, another chicken sneeze from Kagome. Sure, I could type out their breed names. So ayam cemeni is spelled A-Y-A-M space C-E-M-A-N-I. And onagadori is O-N-A-G-A-D-O-R-I. And silkie is S-I-L-K-I-E. And they are all three, lovely birds, though I think the material of these pants are a little bit slippery to their little chicken feet. There you go. And I think Braveheart wants to possibly just eat a little bit. So I'm going to let him back down in the brooder. I know, Kagome, I know. And time for Kagome to go back in. And here, I'm gonna get our little Stormy back with them. And Lucy in the sky with blank. I don't sell these chickens. These are the first 3 of our chickens. And we are all just watching them grow and develop and learn. And, you know, in the future, they might become chicken parents, and we might end up with a few hybrid chickies. But for the foreseeable future, they're all going to be staying here with us in our family. Oh, yes, it's nice having a little bit of a drink after having a little adventure. Hey, guys? Oh, well, thank you, Lucy. The past 20 days with these guys has been such a joy. Oh, well, they are getting. Sam Like a Burger asks how fast they are. And they are getting quite a bit fast right now, especially Kagome, when they do their little flights. But, you know, we can still catch up with them. And Share News Link Network asks how much does it cost to start raising chickens. And you know, it's probably gonna set you back a few $100s to get all of the supplies, to get your brooder ready with like your feeder, your watering dish, the heat lamps. We also use a UV light. And then once they're about 6 weeks or so, you're going to need to have a coop set up for them outside. And you're going to want to make sure that they're nice and safe from any of your local predators out there, which can include raccoons, cats, other birds of prey, and even, I know it's horrifying to think, squirrels. Squirrels can actually be quite a big danger to young chickens, so you have to keep a close eye on them at first. Luna, what do I like most about the chickens? Well, I have been very astonished with how just sort of warm and lovely they can be. They have cuddled up with us. They can make these little peeps just kind of calling for you specifically. And yeah, it's a very unique bond that you can make with these little chickens, especially when they're imprinting upon you. And I wasn't expecting for the bond to be so close and for them to be so lovely. So that was a nice surprise. And for how much some of them enjoy being pet. Oh, Lucy, your sister should be careful if she already notices that a hawk is watching her chicken coop. I would probably suggest for your sister to try to maybe make a larger enclosure for them to run around in that's enclosed so that the hawk can't sort of leap down and grab one of your chickens. Or at the very least, make sure that when her chickens are running around freely, make sure that she's around with them. Because when you're standing around with your chickens, the hawk will probably avoid going after your little flock. So, when people imagine these little tiny yellow chicks, they're just thinking about the sort of standard breed that you have here in America, which are these sort of breeds that they've made to produce these very large chicken breasts and to produce as many eggs as possible during their lifetime. And they have this uniform yellow look to them. So these chickens are different breeds. They'll be a lot smaller than those chickens that are bred for meat and food purposes. But you know, I think they are going to be very happy chickens throughout their life. And unfortunately, a lot of those other chickens don't end up living very happy lives. They tend to be pretty short, and it's all just kind of maximized. Just football. So, generally speaking, out of these three breeds, the silkie, the onagadori, and the ayam cemeni, people don't tend to eat silkies and onagadoris. Silkies and onagadoris are almost sort of like ornamental chickens. They're kind of kept for their looks and their feathers. And you know, and they do produce some eggs. Ayam cemeni in Southeast Asia are eaten at times. You know, they're a local bird down there. And in some countries, apparently, they are a delicacy because of their black flesh. Now, our little ayam cemeni is never going to have to worry about that, because Braveheart is going to be living a nice long life as a part of our family. And these little chicks, hopefully, at the very least, will reach around 12 to 14 years old. And there are some chickens that have been able to live till they're about 18 or so. And my primary concern is just making sure they live long, happy, healthy lives. And hopefully under our care, they can manage that. I want them to have the best lives that they can have. And guys, we are at about 6 minutes of airtime left, so I want to introduce a new little snack for them. So right here, I have some treats for them. And what you see here are a mix of almonds, some dried baby sardines, and some dried little chopped up pieces of shrimp. Now, some of you might have heard on previous broadcasts, I'm originally from Japan. And in Japan, one of my first foods as a baby was little dried baby sardines. And you can actually, in some Asian markets, get these little treats. They're nice and actually healthy. Sometimes I eat them for snacks with these slivered almonds, little bits of dried fish, or you could get the kinds with little shrimp and almonds. And what I did was I chopped up 2 of them into little pieces, and hopefully the chicks will like this new little treat. Now sometimes they're scared of new things I put in, but let's see if they give it a shot. I know it's different, guys, but you know, Braveheart liked bugs, and shrimp are pretty close. And shrimp are actually pretty good for you. Want to give it a try? Look! There you go. Oh dear. Well, sometimes they could be scared of new things. So I'm just going to leave it in there for a second, and let's see if they calm down a little bit. Oh my, what is that in our brooder, they say? What is that? We're not sure if we like that. Oh my, you know what? It's upsetting them a little bit, so I'm going to take it out. There you go. Oh dear, oh dear. You know what they might like a bit better? Oh dear, just Futaba, I'm sorry. Well, we have about 3 minutes of the broadcast left for today, and I'm going to try spreading these new little snacks into one of their sections. So maybe they will eat it from there, because if it's in the food section, they might give it a try. Ooh, Braveheart gave it a look. Macy, that might be an interesting suggestion. I'm going to try putting some into my hand. Here. Oh my. Oh my, Kagome, why are you so... Oh dear. Well, that was a definite no from Kagome. You know, it is the food. Ooh, actually, I think she just tried some. How was that, Kagome? Ooh, Stormy just took an almond. Did you like that, Stormy? Oh, we only have a few minutes left, so we might as well do, right at the end, our little weigh-in for the day. So let me try to do this quickly. Come here, Stormy. I know. Look. And Stormy is 79 grams for today. 79. You went up 2 grams. That's a good Stormy. You keep being you. There you go. There you go. And Braveheart, come here. Come here. There you go. Oh my. There you go. 105 grams for Braveheart. Thank you. Thank you, Braveheart, for being such a good boy. If you want to stay on Daddy's knee, you can. And Kagome. I know. Kagome is a big baby. A big baby that weighs 102 grams. 102 grams, Kagome. Oh my. Oh, and MDog64, thank you for the gold. It gave us a few more. It gave us another minute there. Lovely. And Braveheart, you gonna jump back in? Lovely. Yes, I've got you, Kagome. I've got you. Well, thank you for all of you tuning in today. Braveheart ended at 105. Kagome ended at 102. And Stormy ended at 79 grams. Oh, and Falcon 28 with the Argentinium. Well, it seems that we are gonna have a bunch more time today. Lovely. Thank you so much, Falcon28. Oh, you guys are the best, and so are these little chickies. Wow. 2 of these chicks. Above 100 grams now. Yes, thank you so much, Falcon. Braveheart went up 5 grams, but Kagome. Wow. An impressive 6 grams yesterday. Oh, hello, 512 ounce. Yeah, Kagome, you ate like a fiend yesterday, apparently. Astonishing. Though, Stormy, I think you need to eat a little bit more. You only went up 2 grams yesterday. Only 2 grams. Let's see. Let's see how all of them have been doing so far. Wow, now that is a lot of progress over the 11 days that we've been keeping track. So Stormy, right now at 79 grams, you actually weigh more than Kagome did on day 16, and more than Braveheart did on day 15. So you know what, Stormy? You do you. You are still progressing wonderfully. And we are all so proud that you're making progress. And it's okay to be a little bit smaller than some other members of your family, because we all still think that you are special and you are loved. Yes, all of you have a nice little peck. And hopefully, some more of them try the little treat that I prepared for them over here, which are diced up little bits of almonds, along with diced up little pieces of dried shrimp and little dried baby sardines, all of which are nice and packed with protein, which should help make them big and strong. And they're kind of inspired by some of the little snacks that I had when I was just a little boy in Tokyo. Oh, February Monster, thank you for the Home Time Award. It's much appreciated. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep the treat right there in one of their feeder, and hopefully, if they want to try it, they shall give it a try. Now, before I tried putting it in with a little plastic container, but that kind of upset them. They don't like to have anything unusual put inside of their brooder, because they get a little bit picky. And we all know that some very young kids at times can get a little bit picky about their surroundings and what they eat. But give it enough time and they might find that they like it. So I lived in Tokyo until I was basically about to enter preschool. And my Japanese skills have diminished a bit, but you know, I could say a few different things in Japanese. That's why I don't have a hard time saying things like onagadori. Yes. Oh yes, the shrimp should be a little bit bug-like, so they should want to give it a try. But, you know, they were a bit big, so I kind of diced them up for the little chickies, because even though that they have grown, their beaks are still kind of small. But maybe in the future, I will give them the sort of entire shrimp and the entire little fish, because that might attract them a bit more. But you know, it took them a while to like yogurt, and now they all love yogurt, so they might end up finding that they like these little treats. Oh, what is so interesting there, guys? You're all just digging at the sand. Exactly. So I just made it a bit easier by just, using a knife and just dicing them into fine little pieces. So they're actually a little bit smaller than their feed. Oh my, all the scritches, all the scritches. Oh, you got down to the bottom of the brooder there. Well, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more sand if you can do that. Yes, yes, yes. Are you trying to peck through the brooder? Oh no, oh no. Come on, guys. Come on. Here, Braveheart, here. Let's have some daddy time.